Okay. Show me.
Hi there, welcome back to the DutchRC channel, and as you can see, I have a box for you again. Yes. Now I felt like doing something that didn't fly a whole lot this time, and I didn't want to spend hundreds of dollars on it, so I bought me a HBX Survivor monster truck from Banggood.com. Yes, the Survivor line of cars in the 1/12th scale, which is what this is, comes as a monster truck, the one I have here. It also comes as a truggy, and it comes as a buggy. The buggy is actually also interesting because it's an exo cage style of buggy. I'll slot in a picture of that right now, and obviously I'll also have a link to this car in the description down below, so you can check out the availability and the pricing of this car. Let's see, like I said, it is a 1/12th scale car. It is four-wheel drive. Now the box says electric brush motor. That's incorrect though, it is a brushless car, this. It has a 2.4 GHz radio, it is splash resistant, so don't drive it underwater, but it'll be able to run through puddles and in rain, I guess. Now it runs on lithium-ion batteries, by the way. You might think lithium-ion, that's not gonna do any good to the performance of the car. It is a very light car though. So I've already tried the car, I have to admit, and it's pretty fast. So yeah, I don't think the lithium-ion battery is a real problem, so to speak, and it keeps costs down as well, I think. It's better for kids, there's no hazards with these kinds of batteries, so that's all good. Okay, yeah, the box looks alright, but that's what you came to watch. Let's get rid of the box. Alright, the car itself, there you go. It has a hobby grade kind of Lexan body, which is good, I think, and it's actually a pretty thick body, thicker than I'm used to with cars of this size. So there's a good chance actually that the shell lasts a while. The shell actually has a protective film over it as well, and it doesn't degrade the looks of the shell, so you could opt for leaving the film on for a while until it's scratched up and then taking it off. Let's see, yeah, it has clear windows, which I like. It adds to the realism to the car, I think. I never really like blinded windows in RC cars. So, well, this one has clear windows all around, even at the back over here, very nice. And as you can probably tell, the body is held on with 4 body clips. All reasonably standard fare for hobby grade cars, I'd say. Yeah, let's see the tires. I'm not sure, I don't think there's any foam padding in them, or very little. If that's a problem, I don't know. Like I said before, the car is very light, so it might not need foam padding. The rubber of the tires is very soft though, so they should provide a good amount of grip. That's very nice, of course. Okay, at the front here you've got a plastic bumper, and that will definitely protect the body as well. It is Yes, it is plastic. It feels pretty strong actually. It has a bit of flexibility to it, but not too much. And the light buckets over here, they do not come with LEDs in them, but they do accommodate, they can accommodate LEDs. So, well, that's always a nice touch for an RC car, I think, to put LEDs on them. Okie dokie, let's take the body shell off to see the guts of the car. Oh, by the way, before I take the body shell off, if you are familiar with RC cars, you might have noticed that for a monster truck it is pretty low slung and the stance is pretty wide. Yes, I think you'd agree with me on that. And basically the monster truck and stadium truck are completely the same car, apart from the body, and the stadium truck has a spoiler. So, well, this is called a monster truck, but well, I guess this kind of setup will have it make it have a better road handling. So that's good. And okay, body off. Let's see, what do we have here? We have actually aluminium shocks, and the caps and threading, oh, they are adjustable with threading. That's very nice. The caps are also aluminum. Very nice. And yeah, there is some oil in them. Very light oil though. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see how well it performs, of course. The car being very light might do well with light shock oil. Yep. Alright, and how's that at the rear? Feels a little stiffer at the rear. And I think you could stiffen up the front suspension by putting the shocks more upright. The front shocks have 3 positions at the bottom over here, and they aren't adjustable at the top over here. They have 1 position here. And how is that at the rear? At the rear that looks the same at the top, 1 position at the top, but 4 adjustment positions at the bottom. And like I said, they are adjustable in the spring tension can be adjusted by screws over here, by this lock nut. Okay, that's very good. Okay, at the center of the car we have got ourselves a steering servo. And yeah, I must say, in most of my RC cars I replace the steering servo with a faster, stronger one. But we'll just see how well this one does. I'm sure it'll work, but I'm also sure that I'll be wanting a faster one. Okay, in the first driving videos with the car, I will drive it with the stock servo. Alright, and in the middle of the car here, we've got ourselves an integrated ESC with receiver. Yeah, that makes it a little less serviceable, of course, the car. If your ESC or receiver fails, you'll have to replace both. Yeah, that's the con of a low-cost car, I guess. You can, of course, replace it with a normal hobby-grade ESC and a normal receiver. And at the back here we've got the motor is actually enclosed. Yeah, so I can't tell you a whole lot about the motor itself, regrettably. I can tell you, yeah, from the wires, it is in fact a brushless motor. And we'll just see how well it performs in terms of speed. Now, let me zoom in a little on the side pods here. Okay, it is a bit hard to see because it's all black, but at the sides here you've got the ports for your lithium batteries, and those batteries actually look a lot like AA batteries, but they are a bit thicker. So well, maybe you could drive the car on normal AA batteries, I'm not sure. These are 1S 1100 milliampere 3.7 volt lithium ion batteries. So the car will probably then be running on 2S with these two batteries in series. Okay, let's get that back on and let's have a look at the bottom of the car. Yeah, not very spectacular. It's all plastic, the car. There are a few aluminium parts on it, but most of the car is plastic. Not a problem for me. It'll give a little in crashes, and the car itself is very light, so impacts will be light as well due to that. Now I mentioned it, you might be able to see over here the metal drive shaft running from the rear to the back. That's of course for the four-wheel drive. Drive shafts. At the front we've got CVDs, but the drive shafts themselves are plastic. And at the rear we got dog bones, which are also plastic. No idea how long they will last. Banggood does sell replacement parts for this car though, and they are pretty cheap, so that's very nice. Let's bring the camera down again a little. Okay, so the wheels are actually held on with Phillips screws. I'm not a big fan of that. You see that a lot with lower end cars. I'm sure it'll work. And by the way, all screws on this car look to be Phillips heads. Yes, all of them are. Let's see if the wheels themselves are proprietary or if you can use, for instance, buggy wheels if you'd want that. Well, it's hard to see, but the 12mm wheel adapter actually came off with the wheel. But you can, with that adapter, fit other, like for instance 1/10 scale buggy wheels. So that's good. That's basically hobby grade in that sense. I'm quite happy about that. And let's see, so well, that's the car itself. Let's see what came with the car. We have ourselves a radio, a 2.4 GHz radio, and I'm glad that it doesn't have an antenna that can break off. I have quite big hands, and as you can see, room to spare, which isn't very common for me. So the radio itself should be usable for all ages. The steering... Steering feels pretty nice actually. Yeah. Okay, it has trims for your steering and throttle. It has a steering reverse and an on-off switch. Yes sir, and at the bottom over here it actually uses only two AA's. Yes sir, that's very nice. You won't break the bank on buying AA's for your transmitter. It's a pretty light transmitter, but the throttle feels just fine actually. So that should be good. You get a charger with the car. This charger, looks like an AA charger, as you can see. It's a bit bigger though, and in my case it came with a European plug. If you order it in other countries, be sure to have a note in your order asking for an adapter for your country. And after that you have a manual. There's not a whole lot in the manual, but it is proper English actually. It has pictures. Yeah, not bad at all. Okay, well, that's it really. The MBX monster truck brushless. Obviously I'll do some driving videos. I have some reasonable weather coming up in the next week, so be sure to look out for those videos. For now, thank you very much for watching and hope to see you back in another video. Bye bye.